Now, Washington, D.C.'s council approved a landmark clean energy bill that would commit the city to using 100% renewable energy by 2032. If signed into law, it will put the nation's capital at the forefront of climate change efforts, even as the White House has pulled out of the global climate agreement. The city's bill is a victory for the Mums Clean Air Force, their mothers who advocate on Capitol Hill and in city halls around the country for better air standards for their children. Elizabeth Brandt is one such mum, and she joins me now. So, Elizabeth, how much credit do you feel that mothers like yourself can really claim for this landmark climate agreement right here in Washington, D.C.?
I'm going to put a lot of credit on a grandma. Councilmember Mary Che introduced this landmark bill and has been instrumental in pushing for it. And we've brought so many moms to visit City Hall, but really, we are part of a very diverse climate coalition, and it's been awesome to work with people of all ages and backgrounds on this.
But what is it about climate that you think is particularly attracting mothers to activism?
Well, I think that motherhood is transformational. I know that as soon as I became a mom, which was 5 years ago, I saw that climate change presented a dire threat to my children's future. So I decided that I would take action. The very week I became a mom, I signed up for Moms Clean Air Force and started taking action online. And that's grown for me to taking action at the Capitol and in city halls and across the country.
But now we have a very weird disconnect, don't we, here in Washington, D.C., where we have the City Council, which has got these incredibly stringent now climate change regulations, and the White House, which has pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. So what do you make of that disjunction?
You know what? I think that they go opposite directions, but they go together. I feel like President Trump choosing not to act on climate just makes it more clear that mothers and other people who are concerned must take action right now. I feel like the White House has given us coal for Christmas. You know, when you think about not believing in climate change and not believing the best science that says that we really must move away from using fossil fuels very quickly. And when you pair that with what's going on here today, I mean, the city of D.C. is giving us the gift that keeps on giving, which is renewable energy.
And do you feel that you yourself are seeing the effects of our changing climate and thinking about the effect it could have on your children?
Sure. I mean, in big and small ways. I mean, we know in the district we're having more heat waves, which are very dangerous to people who are elderly or for babies. We're having more deluges of rain. I myself had to buy a sump pump for a house that's lived on for 70 years without needing a pump for the basement. You know, so all of these small expenditures and then dire health threats, they impact everybody, and they already are.
And we're also seeing the government's own scientists saying that we're only going to see more extreme weather. That's what they're warning of. Do you think that's going to drive even more activism by mums?
Yes, but you know, better sooner than later. I don't want to wait for another forest fire. Our children can't bear another flood, another Hurricane Katrina. That's really not acceptable to us. So we need to take action now.
Elizabeth Brandt, thank you so much for joining us. Very interesting there to hear the perspective of a mother on this fascinating issue of climate change. And of course, there's you taking one stance and the president there right in the White House taking another. But thank you very much indeed for joining us with your thoughts there.
Thank you for having us.